It's been a great pleasure for me and my staff to host you and the 475 women artisans for the last 3 days here at the 3rd National Women's Expo. And as we embark on the closing of the 3 days of business, celebrations and fun, I'm almost reluctant to close this National Women's Expo. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. Tonight, thanks to the grit and the determination of the women in Fiji, I'm proud to say that the 3rd National Women's Expo, with the theme, Be Bold, Be the Change, has been successful beyond anticipation. Ladies, you have been bold in taking this step to be economically empowered, and I know that you will continue to be that positive change in your families, in your communities, and for the nation. It is indeed an honor for me to be sharing a platform with all of you who have made government's aim of empowering our Fijian women a reality. From the Madam Speaker herself, who with a visionary leadership first mooted the idea of a National Women's Expo back in 2013 and held the first one in 2014, to Honorable Rosie Akbar, who carried the torch in 2015, our partners and sponsors who raised government's contribution by contributing in cash or kind to this worthy cause, to the ladies who are at the heart of this initiative. Rural women artisans who have the skills and the will to churn the engines of our economy through the work of their hands, and who have for the past 3 days been very active in this arena. The 3 days of this Expo has shown a vibrant community of women leaders and entrepreneurs from the 14 provinces around Fiji, whereby rural women have largely been the participants. It has been an exciting journey for my ministry to return with this much anticipated event of the Fijian government through the coordination of the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation. In the 2016-2017 fiscal year, 1,400 women artisans participated in 13 provincial craft shows to exhibit their products. Through these craft shows, 500 women were selected carefully by experts from the Fiji Arts Council and the Ministry of Health to participate at this national event. I also take this time to thank all our partners and sponsors, corporate bodies, governments, UN agencies who have come forward to join the Fijian government in recognizing the contribution of rural women to nation building by empowering them further through this medium. I wish to also acknowledge all the women who have participated this year in all of the provincial craft shows. While some of them made it to the national event based on their innovation, creativity, and quality of their products, some did not make it. I wish to encourage them to participate again next year with products and aim to make it to the list of selectees for the National Women's Expo. To the women artisans who have participated in this national event, I wish to congratulate you on the marvelous exhibition that you put up for Fiji and our visitors in the past 3 days. I also applaud the designers who also displayed their fashionable designs on the runway yesterday, for it was such a delight to watch. I also thank all of you for your participation in livening up the provincial fund segments over this period, and the cheers of the crowd spoke volumes of the fun everyone had. The National Women's Expo began in 2014 with approximately 2,000 women as participants. With a rationalized aim to boost quality and meeting accreditation standards, the Ministry partnered with the Fiji Arts Council and the Ministry of Health to bring the best of the best through divisional craft shows in 2015 and provincial craft shows in 2017, with up to 600 and 500 women selected to participate in the national event in the respective years. A major highlight of the event has been the licensing of the 51 women artisans this morning with the Fijian Crafted certification, which was officiated by the Honorable Acting Prime Minister. With another 31 artisans having received provisional licenses, it gives me great satisfaction that the aim of the National Women's Expo has been achieved well. I wish to sincerely acknowledge the support and assistance of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism and the Fiji Arts Council for setting the benchmark for our rural women artisans with a vision to empower our grassroots community and create sustainable livelihoods for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the unofficial sales records for the 3 days up to 4 p.m. today is $367,565.35. The increase in the number of licensees and so far the highest sales record ever at the Expo is assurance that our women have a lot of economic potential and power and that we are moving in the direction to further enhance it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was also an honor for my ministry that our commemorative postal stamp depicting the Fijian-made and crafted products from our very own Fijian women to celebrate the National Women's Expo was also launched by His Excellency the President during the official opening ceremony on Wednesday. It is surely going to be another marketing tool for the crafts of rural women artisans and this signature event of the Fijian government. The dynamics of women's economic participation is changing. Investing in women's economic empowerment sets a direct path towards gender equality, poverty eradication, and inclusive economic growth. Many rural women have limited access to economic services like banking, loans, financial literacy, and also other essential services like health and medical care and government services. The National Women's Expo has also managed to provide an opportunity for our women to participate in awareness and information sessions on these services throughout these 3 days, for which I must thank all our stakeholders. Ensuring that women are free to fully participate in their country's economy is not just the right thing to do, it's a smart thing to do. When women have higher incomes and bargaining power, their children tend to be healthier and be better educated. This tends to increase a society's long-term prosperity, and I encourage all stakeholders to continue working for the development of all women in their various capacities. Yesterday, we also marked the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Throughout the world, abuse and neglect of older adults largely remains under-recognized or treated as an unspoken problem. It is not limited to any one gender, religious, cultural, ethnic, or income group. And I take this opportunity to ask all of us present here today to begin recognizing all forms of abuse against our older members of the family and society and adopt ways to confront and eradicate the problems of elder abuse. I encourage us all to love and respect our elders and look out for them wherever we can. Women are already vulnerable as victims of violence by virtue of gender. And for older women, the vulnerability to marginalization is even higher. The National Women's Expo is a platform where participation has no age limits, with the oldest participant this year being 81 years old. This is sufficient to say that age is just a number, and it does not make anyone any inferior to another, nor does it limit the abilities of anyone who has the drive and perseverance to excel in life. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to also thank the families, especially the spouses of the women who participated in the provincial craft shows and the National Women's Expo this year. Without your support and encouragement, these women could not have made it to this Expo. It is men in the homes and in the communities that have great power to encourage women's development and participation at every level, and encourage more fathers and husbands to involve themselves more actively in the progress of the women in their lives. The third National Women's Expo has been a wonderful experience for me as Minister, and I take this time to thank you, Assistant Minister, for your support. Last but not least, I would also like to acknowledge and thank the engine room of this Expo. Ladies and gentlemen, this year the Ministry, with the determination of my permanent secretary, decided to take on organizing the event by ourselves. Permanent Secretary, thank you very much for your dedication, your commitment, and perseverance to stage this event. I'd also like to thank the directors and staff of the ministry who helped plan this mammoth event, and which I can confidently say has been a huge success. The staff of the ministry who planned this event and those who activated that plan by being on the floor from early morning until night, or those who've been cooped up in the secretariat room for the past 3 days, I thank you. The 40 volunteers who joined us here to ensure the smooth and efficient running of the Expo, I thank you. With these words, it is now my duty to officially close the 3rd National Women's Expo. And my ministry wishes all the women who are here from the 14 provinces around Fiji safe travels back home to your loved ones. And we look forward to welcoming you back next year. Thank you.